Have you ever just looked around and wondered, what is the real difference between the rich and, well, everyone else? I'll give you a hint. It's not about luck, and it's definitely not some secret handshake. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the one thing, the one shift in thinking that changes absolutely everything.
I mean, it's the question we've all asked, right? Why do the rich just keep getting richer? It can feel a little frustrating watching them have this unstoppable momentum where their money just seems to breed more money all by itself.
Well, here's the thing that might surprise you. The answer isn't money. It's not about how much cash you start with. And honestly, it's not even about just working harder. The real difference, the secret sauce, if you will, it all comes down to one simple thing: mindset. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's break down what I'm calling the real game of money. It basically boils down to two very different ways of thinking, two mindsets, and each one leads you down a completely different financial path.
All right, check this out. On one hand, you've got the mindset most of us are taught. You trade your time for a paycheck, and the main goal is to earn more so you can, well, spend more. It's a treadmill, right? And we're kind of pushed to focus on buying liabilities. You know, the fancy car, the latest phone, stuff that looks great but is constantly pulling money out of your pocket. But the rich mindset? It's the complete opposite. It's all about using your money to buy assets, things that put money back into your pocket. We're talking about investments, a side business, things that make you money while you sleep.
And the engine, the absolute powerhouse behind this whole wealth-building machine, is something called compound interest. Now, stick with me. All this means is your money starts making money. Simple enough. But then, the money that money made starts making its own money. It's like a tiny snowball rolling downhill. At first, you barely notice it, but given enough time, it becomes a massive, unstoppable avalanche of wealth.
So you want to see just how magical this can get? Let's tell a little story. It's about three friends and their investment journeys. And trust me, this story shows better than anything else why starting early is basically a financial superpower.
Okay, so meet our three friends. First up is Rahul. He starts young, at age 20, putting in just 5,000 rupees a month. Then there's Sachin. He waits a bit, starts at 30, but he invests more to make up for it, 12,500 a month. And finally, we have Ankit. He starts the latest at 40, but he's really going for it, investing 25,000 rupees every single month. Now pay close attention to this part. Ankit, the late starter, ends up investing a total of 60 lakhs, way more than the other two.
So, here's the million-dollar question, or in this case, the multi-crore question. Let's say they all get a pretty good 15% annual return on their money. Now, who do you think ends up the wealthiest? I mean, logic says it has to be Ankit, right? He put in the most cold, hard cash. Let's find out if logic wins.
All right, first up is Ankit. He invested a massive 60 lakhs over his 20 years, and he ends up with 3.79 crore. Wow. I mean, that's not bad at all, right? A fantastic return on his money.
But hold on a second. Now let's look at Sachin. Remember, he started 10 years earlier, but invested less money in total. His final number, 8.41 crore. Did you catch that? That is more than double Ankit's wealth, all from just a 10-year head start.
Okay, brace yourself, because this is the part that just blows my mind every time. What about Rahul, the guy who started at 20, investing the least amount of money, less than half of what Ankit put in? He walks away with, get this, 15.7 crore. That is the raw, unbelievable, explosive power of time right there.
I mean, just look at this chart. It really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? The difference isn't just a little bit, it is absolutely monumental. Rahul's bar just towers over the others. And why? All because he gave his money the single most important ingredient, time, a long time to just do its thing.
So what's the big lesson here? It's simple, but it's so important. People think it's about investing a ton of money or trying to be a genius who can time the market perfectly, but it's not. The most powerful weapon in your financial arsenal, by a long shot, is how long you let your money work for you. Time, that is your greatest asset.
You know, this idea is so powerful. Albert Einstein himself supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world, and his quote is perfect. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. Think about that. You're either on the side earning this amazing return, or you're on the other side paying it to someone else through loans and credit card debt. Okay, that's a great story. But stories are one thing. How do we make this real for you, for your life? All right,
Let's switch gears from the what to the how. Let's talk about the actual path to your own financial freedom.
So let's take a practical number. Let's say through hard work and smart budgeting, you're able to invest 40,000 rupees every single month. That might sound like a lot, or it might not, but let's just see what that number could actually become.
Just look at this potential journey. After just 10 years, you'd already be a Corpati. Boom, 1.11 crore. But don't stop there. Keep that discipline for 20 years, and suddenly you're looking at 6 crore. And if you can stay the course for 30 years, we're talking a life-changing 26 crore. You see how it's not a straight line? That curve just gets steeper and steeper. That's the magic of compounding kicking into high gear.
So what's the game plan? How do you actually do this? It's 4 simple steps. Now, simple doesn't always mean easy, but here they are. First, pay yourself first. Before you pay your rent, before you pay for anything, a chunk of your income goes straight to your investments. Second, be consistent. Automate it so you don't even have to think about it. Third, always be upgrading your skills. Why? Because the more you can earn, the more fuel you can pour on your investment fire. And fourth, and this is truly the most important one, take action. Now. Not next year, not when you get a raise, today. Because knowing all this is useless without implementation.
So where does this money actually go? Where do the rich put it to work? Well, they usually focus on 3 main buckets: their own businesses, real estate that generates cash flow, and of course, the stock market. Now, for most of us who are just starting out on this journey, the stock market is by far the most accessible and straightforward way to get that incredible long-term growth we've been talking about.
You know, when you boil it all down, the entire philosophy is about one thing. It's about reaching a point where you stop working for your money and you finally have your money working for you, tirelessly, 24/7.
So there you have it. You've seen the math. It's undeniable. And you now understand the core mindset that truly separates financial destinies. So the only question left to ask is the one you have to ask yourself. 10 years from today, where are you going to be?